Hello everyone, this is Introvert Shy Guy and welcome back to Katawa Shoujo. Okay, so where we left off, we kind of met Emmy and Rin, and Emmy talked about like why she was so close to her and stuff, and about her passion, and so yeah, we're just kind of getting started to just knowing more about her. So yeah, anyway, today is September the 14th, and I'm back. I'm back after doing the calculus exam and meeting the candidate and stuff for the volunteering on the campaign and stuff. So I kind of did a lot today. Also now I'm doing other stuff for the campaign and everything. I haven't started on anything, but I kind of had to look over something, and it was pretty good. So hopefully it goes well. So all I'm just saying is that after all this, it's just good to be back playing this game, because it has been some time. Of course, I played Billy Hatcher on Thursday, but I had to not play anything on Wednesday because I just didn't have the time. So yeah, had to postpone everything. I'm just saying it's really good. I'm really feeling good to be back playing this. I mean, this is kind of my reward now. So yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it. So anyway, let's get started. Alrighty. I'm surprised at how chill the air is compared to the relative warmth of the day. I can almost see my breath as I wander the campus waiting for the sun to come up or for me to fall asleep. At this point, either option works for me. I find myself at the track where for the first time Emmy's not out running. I suppose that makes sense. It's too early even for her. The bleacher seats are cold, but at this point I welcome the sensation. The sun is starting to show its face over the horizon, and I know with an awful certainty that I'll get no more sleep tonight. Oh my god, look! I love how it's like transitioning to being slowly like daylight. I mean, it used to be dark before, and then this happened. That's pretty nice. Or unless it was like this before, but I don't know. I'm pretty certain that it was really dark before, and I don't know. I just like that little effect, if that actually happens. So, the sun's steadily strengthening rays start to warm me up, and I watch the dew on the ground begin to steam lightly. Steam slightly. What is that, like, evaporating? I don't know. It's kind of weird how they would steam, My mind calms down a little. It's probably metaphorical, I guess. Oh jeez, someone's shaking me. Who could it be? Hey, wake up! Oh, okay, it's her. Huh? Where what? Aw, I guess I fell asleep after all. That's pretty. I mean, I'm not saying it's like nice to sleep outside, but I just loved how she was the one that woke me up. I thought it was like, I don't know. I thought it was Kenji for a sec or some shit. I don't know. What are you doing out here? You're going to catch a cold or something. I rub my eyes and am confronted by Emmy, who bends over me with a worried expression. I'm still a little groggy, so my response comes out in a mumble. Couldn't sleep, watched the sun come up. Sounds like something Rin would say. I shrug, feeling the stiffness that comes with sleeping on a bench for a few hours. Is it? I wouldn't know. Emmy grins a little at my somewhat cranky response. So couldn't sleep, eh? Obviously we need to run you harder today. Even though I've only known her for about a week, this seems a very Emmy-ish response to the problem. Hey, my body was plenty exhausted after yesterday. My mind was just racing, that's all. I don't see the difference. If you run hard enough, your brain will get tired too. I'm seriously questioning the wisdom of doing this first thing in the morning. I don't know if my grades will be able to handle me tiring my brain out like that. Oh, Emmy pulls me up from the bleachers with surprising strength for someone her size. Now come on, Hisaya, we've got work to do. I don't actually know if I'm up to this today, to be honest. I mean, I obviously didn't get much sleep, and what sleep I got was on the bleachers. I don't know. Should I really be running? Emmy glares at me. Good heavens. What are you talking about? Of course you should be running. How else do you expect to work out the kinks? Okay. You've been sleeping on the bleachers for heaven's sake. The best way to get that soreness out is to run around a little. Now stop hiding in the bleachers and get down here. There's no arguing that. I'm pretty sure she'd kill me if I didn't do as she said. I get to my feet and hop down to the track. The sun is warming things up rather nicely, I think. Emmy and I begin to stretch out, and I find myself once again hard-pressed not to stare. If this is how I have to wake up every day, I might be able to get used to this. Like what? Staring at a little girl, like a girl, you know, stretching and stuff? I was gonna say little girl, because technically she is kind of little, but that makes it sound so fucking wrong. So that's why I kind of was about to say, and then I just like stopped midway, because it just, yeah. I mean like short girl, you know. Not that kind of little, if you know what I'm saying. Anyway. You know, Hisayo, it's not polite to stare. Yep, I was right. Nothing beats staring at a girl, like, doing nice stretches. I just love how she just says, I mean, like, it's nice that she didn't took it the wrong way, you know? I wasn't staring, I swear. Emmy raises an eyebrow and considers me for a minute as if evaluating my response. There's a brief moment where I'm afraid for my life. But then she smiles and laughs, shaking her head slowly. Honestly, you didn't have to deny it so strenuously. In response, I clap my hands together and go for a change of subject. So, that's enough stretching, right? Emmy gives a casual shrug. Oh, okay. There was a little siren in the background, but, you know, it's gone, I think, so. Do you feel stretched? Oh, it's not starting again, fuck. That's really how you tell. I'm just gonna keep on going. It's not that bad, you know. So, that's really how you tell. Well, I do feel up to the run, if that's what she means. Yeah, I feel ready to go. Same as yesterday? Okay. Well, just run for a mile at a steady pace. Don't worry about going really fast, just worry about keeping the pace, got it? You're the boss. Emmy grins again and we take off around the track. I think I'm going to die. We're not even done with the first lap and my legs are on fire. My breath is coming in ragged gasps. I can feel sweat pouring down my brow and we've only just now rounded the second turn. Come on, Hisayo, you've got 3 more laps to go. I can't do this. I can't do this. I can't do this. I think I might hurl. Excuse me. Somehow we're on the second lap. Emmy's not even sweating. How can she do this so effortlessly? For some reason, I'm still moving. She's like a machine. 3rd lap? What happened to the 2nd? Almost there, Hisayo. Liar, we've got another 2. Nothing to be done. I can't do this. Emmy whirls around and begins running backwards. Her face is a mask of anger that surprises me. Never say that! Oh my god, she's like a drill instructor now? If you say that, you'll have already lost. Keep moving. If you're alive, you can keep moving. Damn it. Damn, she is like a drill instructor. Jesus. I'm thinking of, oh my god, I'm thinking of Ghost Stories where when that, I forgot that character's name, when he's telling that retarded boy, like, you know, you're gonna be in Air Force Range and all that shit, and then he was like, think of a big black man chasing you. It was so fucking funny. Watch Ghost Stories. It's one of the most funniest, like, animated dub, of course. It's the funniest dub I've ever listened to. Holy shit. Oh, language. We're on the 4th lap now. She really seems to want me to keep going. Legs move, move, move. They feel so sluggish. I'm in the mud or molasses or tar. I can't go on. I'll go on. Final stretch, Hisayo. Give it all you've got. Jesus, I pump my legs as fast as they'll go. I don't think I would ever do something like this. I'd fucking collapse. They keep refusing to obey my commands. Somehow I keep moving. Somehow I finish. I mean, then I just realized this guy, he plays soccer and stuff. He used to play soccer, so he does have the stamina for this thing. Unlike, say, me, where I'm like kind of weak. Oh, I'm weak. Let's be honest. And not self-deprecating or anything. I'm just being honest. I'm like, okay. I mean, you know. So anyway, somehow I finish. That's it, Hisayo. I knew you had it in you. The anger Emi showed a lap ago is gone, replaced with pride. She's positively radiant, like she just won the gold medal or something. Oh god. I stagger to a stop and fall to my hands and knees, gasping for air. I'm really surprised. How come he doesn't have a heart attack from all this? Or is he going to? I mean, fuck. He doesn't get a heart attack from this, yet somehow he gets a heart attack from sex? Jeez. I mean, I don't know, I guess maybe, like what, does sex increase the heart rate even faster when you're running or some shit? I don't know. I can only imagine though, it's a pretty like an exhilarating experience, especially, I mean, it wasn't his first time, but like, the third time he did it, but you know, it's like pretty intense, you know. Even though I haven't done it, but I'm pretty sure it is. My heart is pounding far harder than it has in a long time. Oh, yes, I fucking knew it's gonna happen. I don't think it's done this since... Oh, jeez. Oh, God. Oh, fuck, I called it, man. Oh, God. Please slow down, heart. Oh, my fuck. Oh, jeez. I hate that. I fucking hate that. You know how much I hated it before. Just slow down, stop racing. Oh, fuck. I cough, and for some reason, I feel a grin crossing my face. Oh, God. This is how I die, huh? Fuck, I hate that shit. Trying to stay healthy. How ironic. Ah, fuck. I hope this is over soon. I'm all ready to give up right there. Oh, God. But then I feel my heart slow down. Two hands grab under my arms and tug upwards. Okay. Okay, so... Yeah, that makes sense. That covers everything. I was like, how the fuck is he able to do all this, yet he gets a heart attack from having sex when he tries to be on top? But... I spoke too soon. So yeah, I take everything back that I said before. So yeah. I look up and see Emi standing over me with a mixture of delight and worry. Next time I should fucking wait and let everything play out than say this stuff, but you know, I apologize. So for those of you who know what's gonna happen, so you know. Yeah, over me with a mixture of delight and worry. On your feet. Come on, you'll never catch your breath that way. Somehow I manage to stand. I try to raise my arms above my head, but they feel like lead. I start to walk around the track while Emi keeps close to me, like she's afraid I'll fall over or something. She may not be far off. I feel terrible and say so. Emi laughs. But you finished it, didn't you? You said you couldn't, but you did. Isn't that worth it? I'm not sure, and I don't really have the breath to say so. But that small grin I felt on my face earlier hasn't left. So what if my heart's weak? I still survived this morning. Maybe I'll survive tomorrow, too. As soon as it becomes apparent that I'm not going to suddenly keel over, Emi takes off on her sprints. I don't know how the hell she can manage to sprint after running a mile, but I guess she's in much better shape than me. Once again, as I walk around the track, I can't help watching Emi sprint. It's weird, but she's like a different person when she's pushing herself. Last time I noticed her eyes, but this time it's her mouth that catches my attention. She's not wearing her normal grin. She's still smiling, but there's a tightness to it. It's almost grim, like she's fighting a losing battle but doesn't care. She seems to be running harder like she did yesterday. It's determination. Sweat has started to pour down her face, but she keeps going. Her mouth finally opens as she can no longer get enough air through her nose. As she passes me once more, legs pumping, arms swinging in time, and her lips slightly parted. She looks beautiful. After we've both taken some laps around the track to cool down, Emmy changes back to her usual self. The transformation I saw in her is gone. Not bad today, Hisayo. There's almost admiration in her voice. What do you mean? I would have stopped if you hadn't yelled at me. Emmy colors a little, seemingly embarrassed about her outburst. Sorry about that. I just can't stand to see people give up. Especially about something like this. Saying I can't go on is silly when you're obviously going on while you're saying it. That's what this is all about. What? Saying silly things? Emmy sticks her tongue out at me. Idiot! I mean showing that you're alive. Showing I'm alive, huh? I didn't know it had to be so painful. But it does feel pretty good despite that. Besides, this is one of the hardest days. What do you mean? Whenever you start a workout, it's difficult the first day, really hard the second day, and then the third day is easier. You'll still get days that are really hard, but they'll pop up less and less. So this will eventually get really easy, huh? Yeah, of course. But then you have to increase the difficulty or you'll never get ahead. You'll just get complacent and you'll lose the sense of accomplishment. So I'll have to run more than just 4 laps, huh? Yep, but not for a while. You'll have to be careful, you know? A thought strikes Emmy and her face lights up. Got it. Got what? You can come with me to see the nurse. That way you won't fall over dead or anything. How charming. When? Right now, of course. You'll need a shower and everything, right? We don't have much time then. Grabbing my hand, she's off, pulling me along with her. My goodness, but you're in a hurry today, aren't you, Emmy? I have no idea how we got to the nurse's office so fast, but here we are. The nurse grins at Emmy and seems to completely ignore me. You've got plenty of time to take a shower and get to class, you know? There's no need to run through the hallways like that. I could hear you coming a mile away. Somehow it doesn't seem like he's actually scolding Emmy at all. It's like this is a sort of routine between the two of them. Emmy does a passable imitation of remorse. I'm sorry, I won't ever do it again. The nurse and Emmy both laugh at some private joke. Suddenly, it seems that he notices me. Ah, hello, Hisayo. What brings you here? Well, Hisayo's officially joined me on my morning runs. I start to explain, but Emmy cuts me off. I thought he might need to visit you so that he doesn't die or anything. The nurse raises his eyebrows in mock horror. Horror. I just said horror. Like I'm from the north or something. That's pretty funny. Yes, that would have certainly put me out of a job fast, wouldn't it? Well then, Hisayo, let's have a look at you. Lift up your shirt, would you? I'm suddenly very conscious of the fact that Emmy's in the room with me and blush in spite of myself. The nurse seems to sense my discomfort, but it only seems to amuse him. A bit shy, are we? He makes an apologetic bow to Emmy. Sorry, Emmy, I tried to get you a free show, but it doesn't seem to have worked. Emmy stiffens slightly and fires a look of annoyance at him. You're an asshole. You should just straight up said asshole to this guy, fuck. Emmy bows to me apologetically. I'll wait outside, okay, Hisayo? Like what? He asked me to pull up my shirt and she was like there and I was shy I think that's what probably happened. I begin to stammer that it's not really a big deal, she doesn't have to leave, but she's already out the door and the nurse is laughing as he watches her go. Still got it, huh? I don't follow. He laughs again like he's in some in on some joke that's over my head. Sorry if I was stuttering. I can still get her flustered. It's a competition of sorts we've had going on for a while now. That sounds incredibly sinister to me, and it seems as if the nurse realizes that too. That sounded a lot worse than it actually is, come to think of it. I wasn't going to say anything. No, you're right. I should fill you in so that you don't get the wrong idea. I'm actually relatively new here, you see. I got hired on the same year Emmy started going here. Before that, I worked with Emmy during her initial rehab following her accident. Hold on, what? We had to amputate her legs after a really nasty car wreck. It nearly killed her and succeeded. He shuts up abruptly. I blink at receiving this unexpected piece of news. Yeah, I'm just wondering, it's been a while since I read the Wikipedia stuff on these characters. I always thought that, wasn't she born with defected legs and they amputated it? Or, unless they were amputated, because it'd be very tragic if she remembers her legs and then all of a sudden, they were gone, I mean, compared to, like, say, Lily, who was born blind, so hence she doesn't even know what the outside world looks like, and therefore, it's not really that tragic, but, you know what I'm saying? So, that kind of thing. Well, that's not my place to say. Anyway, we've known each other for quite a while. So we have a slightly more familiar relationship than is strictly professional. That's why she's able to say asshole to you? He seems embarrassed, like he's done something stupid. I guess he's really worried about that. I wave a hand to let him know it's not a big deal. Don't worry, sir. I promise I'm going to be discreet. I had been wondering about what caused Emmy to lose her legs, and that was one of the scenarios I thought of. There were only so many ways that could have happened, but actually hearing about the facts, it's still a little shocking. Well, thanks. You're a good kid, Isayo. I can see why Emmy became friends with you. She's quite indomitable, What do you mean? You didn't see her learning to walk? She'd go for so much longer than the others in the hospital. She refused to quit. Normally it takes years to get to a point where you can even think about running again. Emmy did it all in about a year. He almost seems proud of her, like a father who watches his daughter win a competition or something. Hell, she'd probably have done it faster if not for the fact that we wouldn't let her. Wouldn't let her? Why not? Because she'd go for so long that her legs would start bleeding where they met her prosthetics. It's a real concern. It's why she comes by every day after she runs. Oh, shit. To say nothing of the risk of infection if her legs get cut up and her prosthetics are dirty. But enough about that. If we don't get you on your way soon, Emmy will think we're up to something. As he says this, he gives a wink and begins checking my heartbeat. The stethoscope is way too cold. You really should have heated it up or something before you used it. I'm kind of reminded of that SpongeBob episode, The Suds, where Patrick was like, "This is device so icy cold it touches your skin." It's so funny. I'm just instantly reminded of that scene in that episode. After a few moments, he leans back satisfied. Well, you sound pretty good to me, Hisayo. You didn't have any chest pains while you were running, did you? No, not really. I had some trouble catching my breath, though, and my heart was racing by the end, too. The nurse frowns as I say this, but then shrugs. It's probably just because you're out of shape, but if you don't improve, then you should let me know, okay? Don't push yourself too much, and of course, if you have any chest pains, come to me immediately, right? I put my shirt back on, and the nurse leans out of the doorway to call in Emmy. What took you so long? Now I'm going to be late. The nurse gives me a significant look. I was just seducing Hisayo. That's... Oh my god. What? Come on, what have I told you about seducing my friends? I'd expected Emmy to be shocked by this, but instead she seems merely annoyed, scolding the nurse as if he were a child stealing cookies. Well, I mean, like, He's Doesn't she know maybe I'm not a homosexual or he's not a homosexual or some shit? I don't know. I just feel like it probably makes sense if he was like a hot nurse and stuff, kind of like in Persona 5, but you know, he's kind of, you know, he's a guy and stuff, so I mean, you know, a guy and a guy, if you know what I'm saying. Meanwhile, I try hard not to blush at the nurse's innuendo. I'll try not to do it again, though. I fear young Hisaya may be lost to the female gender forever. Maybe he is gay. I think he probably might be. Not freaking likely. I didn't mean to say that out loud, but both the nurse and Emmy regard me for a moment before bursting into laughter again. Told you he was funny, didn't I? Huh, I guess Emmy does talk to the nurse about a lot of stuff. Well, Hisaya, you should probably get moving. You still need a shower before class starts, don't you? Crap, he's got a point, and it looks like I've only got a half hour. Thanks for your time. I'll see you later, Emmy. I dash out of the room as the nurse begins to remove Emmy's prosthetics. Excuse me. As I head down the hallway, I can just barely hear his voice drifting after me. Emmy, you've got to be more careful. I make it back to my room and shower in record time. It occurs to me that I've already been up for 4 hours and class hasn't even started yet. Oh my god. That must fucking suck, man. This is going to be a really, really long day. I hope I don't fall asleep in class. Yeah, I feel that. It happened to me a few times. Although that was in Spanish class. In Spanish class, I didn't really give a shit about, so...